water rises, when the tide recedes. Oh, stay away, 'cause you don't know what it's gonna leave. Black flare, black flare, black flare, black flare. Hello, enjoyer of supernatural mystery RPGs. Black Flare puts a darker spin on mysteries. Imagine the X-Files and True Detective getting smushed together and adding dice. Now you're imagining Black Flare. An FBI agent, a bookish professor, an engineer, and an OSHA worker, all unceremoniously sent on a secret mission to investigate strange occurrences in a remote Alaskan town. Whether or not they make it home is anyone's guess. One bad roll of the dice could spell disaster, because Black Flare tells their story using Delta Green, the combination of chance, a stellar cast, and a really lovely original soundtrack underscoring the game work together to create a suspenseful, slow-burn audio drama that will have you on the edge of your seat well before the final act. Y'all, these folks know how to tell a good story. So give Black Flare a listen, see if it's for you, and tell them RPG Major sent ya. Stick around after the credits to hear a song submitted by listener Disney, My Cryptid, My Heart. If you have an idea for a song you'd like us to record, join our Discord and submit suggestions. And now, back to the mystery. As Aubrey drives towards a date with danger, Mara and Fabio visit the bar where Mara's boo bartends.
I do not understand why they call this a dreamsicle. It is so much worse.
Oh, a real dreamsicle? Are you saying you've had like a drink more accurately called dreamsicle than this one?
No, the ice cream treat.
Oh!
I was hoping for ice cream.
For an actual one. You know what? I'm sure they make the drinks out of the ice cream. I'll go get you one. Just wait here. I'll walk on over to the bar and get an actual dreamsicle.
I meant the drink in my hands.
Oh. What?
This drink that I have is not what I was hoping for.
I know. I'm going to get you the ice cream instead.
Oh,
That's
the
what you
literal.
wanted.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure they use the ice cream to make the drink, so I got you. I'll go get one.
Okay,
You
yes.
relax. You've had such a crazy day. Just enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
Usually this bar's pretty calm.
I've never had someone get me an ice cream at the bar or a drink at the bar.
Well, now you get both in one night. What a great night this is. And Mara just wants an excuse to go back over to the bar. So that's where she's going. Hey, sorry, me again. My friend Fabio, I know this is an odd request. Do you use the actual dreamsicle, like popsicle ice creams to make these drinks?
And Jay, standing behind the bar, this 5'1", wearing a pixie haircut, currently bright blue, dressed mostly in black with some strategic rips around that just like give little pops of pale skin underneath. He sure is big, isn't he?
He gets that a lot.
And he wants a dreamsicle?
You know, like the big friendly giant?
I know the type, yeah.
That's kind of him, yeah. No, it's... Believe it or not, he told me this was his first time getting not only ice cream from a bar, but a beverage as well. So, yeah, if you could make it happen, that would be great.
And you brought him to my bar. Lucky me.
Well, yeah. Of course I did. It's the only one that's open at 10 p.m. on a Friday.
Babe, you know you're so cute when you blush.
Okay, yeah, this is really fun and great. If you could just get the ice cream, that'd be so cool and awesome. Thank you. I just love the table talk. I just love the idea that she's like so slick in every other situation, and this one just crumbles. Absolutely.
It's very fun.
Yeah.
Jay flits away for a moment and returns.
Hate to watch her leave. To walk away. Great. I love the guitar. Okay, sorry.
As this is happening, there's some kind of trouble brewing on the far side of the bar that Fabio is noticing. What sort of trouble are the already inebriated at 10 p.m. on a Friday
Isn't it later?
folks
That's
getting
my
into?
bad.
Is that
Who knows?
I think you're right. We did say it was like
it's
midnight.
Yeah.
Midnight
like
or 1 a.m.
or 1
Yeah.
a.m.
So it's definitely late. But if it's I just made it Friday, so
Yeah,
that joke will land.
that's great.
I have never in my whole life of seeing bar fights ever known what the cause of a bar fight was. They just start happening.
Oh, you don't need to know the cause. You just like describe a little action for me. That's
Oh, yeah. Two guys are standing up and they're like going like breast to breast and they're doing that kind of like, oh yeah, uh-huh, yeah, oh yeah. Fabio would come over to Mara and be like,
I think it is time for us to go.
Oh. Are you sure? She was just getting your ice cream. She's going to bring it out.
As much as I would love to indulge in sweet treats, it looks like this bar is no longer quite safe.
Mara kind of turns around. Oh, that's George and Brent. Fabio, they're actually, Mara like kind of glances at the clock. Yeah, this is kind of like a regularly scheduled thing for them. They just will get into some sort of little dispute and just start kind of duking it out.
They put it on their calendar?
I wouldn't put it past them, but whenever I've been here to see Jay, they always seem to be fighting about something. It's like, I don't know, if someone just sat them down and talked to them, maybe it would finally stop happening.
They have challenged each other to a duel.
I guess you could say that, yeah. And there hasn't been a clear victor, so it keeps happening.
A regular duel. How strange.
Did that happen to you on like the high seas at all? You had like a pirate rival
Every
ever?
duel I've been in, I killed the other man.
Right. Maybe they shouldn't take your advice then.
Jay comes back with a bright orange, swirled popsicle, puts it into your hands, and yells across the bar, "George, B, you want me to cut you off?"
No. What?
Thank you very much for the popsicle.
So what brings you into my bar, aside from showing your big friend here a new experience?
Well, obviously coming to see you. And, we also, I don't know, just kind of needed a place for a breather. And I kind of knew George and Brent would be doing their thing, but it seems like you've got a pretty chill crowd tonight. We could just kind of use a moment to sit and relax.
Oh, yeah? You work in a case?
Yeah, actually, and Fabio's been really helpful with it, too. My bad. Jay, this is Fabio. Fabio, this is Jay.
It is a pleasure and an honor to meet you. I really like your hair.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you, too. And she visibly dismisses Fabio as a contributing member of the conversation and just like focuses back in on Mara.
Aww.
And,
No, it's fair.
So have you solved it yet?
No, actually, we haven't. And honestly, I hate to do this, but it's kind of involving some non-disclosure agreements, so I don't know how much we can talk about it.
Mara's been talking to many lawyers and many important people today.
Well, I'm certainly not going to force anything out of you.
No. Of course not. Look, I'm sorry I haven't been able to spend as much time, but obviously when this is wrapped up, I'll be more than happy to share the details, providing that we actually do what we've set out to do. But I think we're going to be great. I think we've got it.
I hope what we do today saves just a couple more lives.
Yeah, this one seems a little bit heavier than the last few that we've worked on in terms of like the amount of people that it's impacting.
Well, it sounds like you've got things well in hand, but it's like my Uncle Jay always says. Yeah, I see that look. I was named after him.
Great. I love it.
My parents expected me to be a boy, and then they thought it was a nice name, so...
Oh, got it.
It's like my Uncle Jay always says. If you understand why people are doing things, you can always figure out what they're doing.
Interesting. You know what? That might have been really helpful. Thank you. And Mara will lean over the bar, give her a kiss on the cheek, and they'll walk on out.
As you walk by, George and Brent erupt into full brawl mode. Just arms swinging wildly at each other. Their fists manage not to connect with each other, but one of them does catch Fabio.
No!
Sort of a wild uppercut on the chin.
Fabio turns to them and says,
Excuse me, sir. I believe you dropped this fist.
And he shows his fist out and smiles.
Brent just like looks up a full foot into Fabio's eyes.
Sorry, bro.
Apology accepted. Perhaps it was on me to get so close to your regularly appointed duel.
Hey, George, do you think we do this too much?
Hey, I'll answer that one for you guys. Yes, it's really annoying. And obviously, you can see, this fine gentleman here, Fabio, was well within his right to have punched both of you, but chose not to. That level of restraint and respect is maybe something you should take note of.
Where I come from, if you challenge a man to a duel, you would not do it indoors, lest you hurt the environment or a innocent bystander, like you have today.
And George steps in front of Brent and says, "Bro, are you trying to pick a fight with my best friend?" And full on shoves Fabio into the chest.
Whoa.
Are you challenging me to a duel?
I guess I am.
George, he just said that they end in... Okay.
I guess I choose axes then.
What?
The weapon I choose is axes.
Oh, that's really convenient. There's like a kind of a medieval theme in this corner, and there's two hanging up on the wall. So I'll go grab one and give it to Fabio. But for the record, Mara just thinks he's trying to scare them.
No, thank you. They will need axes, but I brought my own.
Oh, good. Well, there's 2 here, and I'll give them to them.
I will go outside and we will prepare for our duel. Although I think my parents will not approve. Mara, you won't tell on me, will you?
Oh, Fabio, you're a grown man. Of course not.
And we cut to 3 minutes later where George and Brent are just in a pile. And Mara
Still breathing.
Absolutely still breathing.
Yeah, they're so good.
Mara has a cut in her jacket. And Fabio is strapping his battle axe back to his back.
It's in the writing, it's a battle axe, but I think of it as just a fireman's axe
Oh, it's
for
definitely
breaking and entering.
Like a Halligan or like an axe.
Like a fireman's axe, yeah.
Great.
That's great. Well, I'm gonna pop my head back in and be like, "Hey, I think these 2 are taken care of," and then register the smile on her face and turn to Fabio and say, "Thanks. I think that earned me some points."
I am so sorry, sirs. I know it is shameful for me not to murder you after challenging me to a duel, but I think the modern police state would not view your murders appropriately, so instead I leave you in shame. I have sincerest apologies.
And as you leave, you just sort of hear mumbles from the pile. "George, I love you, man. Maybe we shouldn't fight."
That's awesome.
Mara, I think that girl wants to court you. Are you 2 courting?
We are. Yes. Or, well, I wonder what the right term for this would be. You know when you know someone wants to be officially courting you and you want to be officially courting them and you don't court other people, but you haven't
Yes.
maybe defined the courting yet?
Yes, you are secretly engaged.
Oh,
You have betrothed in secret and will tell no one.
well, if that were true, would I have told you?
I thought maybe a comrade in arms.
Oh, of course yes, no, you're right. Actually, I really admire that thought and truthfully wouldn't mind it at all, but it's kind of the opposite. Like, we haven't really committed to it yet, but I think we both want to and for some reason are feeling afraid to.
You have not told her how you feel?
Maybe not in like really clear, direct words.
You have not told her how you feel.
Yep, you got me.
We've got to go back in there. Come with me now.
What?
We must go tell her every day that passes is a day that either of you could die.
I guess you're right. I guess you're right.
In book 4 of the side series, Courtney said to me, Fabio, how I love thee.
Fabio, how I love thee.
You will always be true to me. And then the air left her lungs and she gurgled a bit. It was the last things that she ever said. And I laid her down into a made sand pit. And I buried her myself. You get but one life, one more day or two. Who's to say? Who's to say? You get one more week, one more day or two. Who's to say? Who's to say? I wish I could go back and have told her at that dance. If I had asked her father for her hand in marriage, maybe she would never have died. We get but one chance,
Just one.
we get but one day.
Just one.
Don't be like me, don't be like
No,
me.
no.
You get but one chance,
Just one.
you get but one day.
Just one.
Don't be like me, don't be like me. So just take my hand,
Take
go
your
and
hand.
say what you must say.
Okay, I will. I'll take your hand, take your advice. I read that book twice, and I cried. I won't let
get
it
but
be
one
me.
chance.
You get but one day.
Just one.
Don't do it, hide
Don't
it.
do what you
Don't do it,
did
hide
back
it.
Just
then.
one chance.
You get but one chance.
Just one.
You get but one day.
Just one.
Okay.
So take this ring.
What?
I have 4 rings.
Was
That
that
were
the
in
one
my
you were
pocket.
going to use to propose to Courtney?
That's right.
Oh my
This
god.
is Courtney's ring. It was in my pocket when I was conjured. Give this ring to Jay. Do your secret betrothal if that's what must be done.
You know what? I've got an idea. And Mara takes the like plain silver necklace chain that she's wearing, takes the ring, puts it on the necklace, and walks back into the bar with Fabio in tow.
Yes, but like a discreet distance behind and like
Holding hands.
Respectful friend.
interested suddenly in the jukebox on
Yeah.
the side.
And she'll walk up to the bar. Jay?
Oh, I knew you couldn't stay away.
Yeah, you know me so well. I'm really tired of pretending that I don't have a lot of feelings for you, and I couldn't imagine myself being with anybody else, and I don't want to speak for you either, but it seems like we have a really beautiful thing going. I don't know how to, she's looking at the necklace ring. I don't know how to explain this, but I would like you to have it and trust that it's just a cute gift. Will you be my girlfriend?
She climbs the bar to launch herself into a hug with Mara.
And Mara will turn over her shoulder and give Fabio a thumbs up. That was so cute. Great.
It should be noted that that is also perhaps a sacred artifact.
Oh,
What?
it's yeah, it's actually it's very old and very special, and that's why I wanted to give it to you right now.
Well, anything you give me is special. You can be sure I'll keep it safe.
Cool.
And you hear the rain start outside.
Okay, well, you know what? I'll see you soon. Okay. We gotta actually jump on something for the case, but I think that means we'll be wrapped up soon, and I'll be able to take you out like I promised.
I'd love that.
Great. Let's go. That song was so beautiful. It was so beautiful.
The sort of delightful irony of only having one day and one chance being the moral of the fourth book in the side series
There are 4 rings
is
in the
really
pocket,
landing for me, yeah.
So Aubrey, when we last saw her, was hopping into her gardening truck and recklessly driving up to the top of Hagland Hill.
At a reckless 25 miles an hour on arterials.
You drive to the set of 3 towers, all of which are behind a high fence topped with barbed wire. These are 3 radio towers, probably looking about how you imagine them, red and white, ascending in a gentle A shape, lights blinking on the side, each one stayed by guy wires. And as you look up into the pouring rain, you see that there is someone probably 200 feet up on a maintenance platform, sitting, leaning over something that you can't make out from below.
Okay. Does there seem to be a place in the fence where it was cut or is torn, where someone slipped through? Can I see the way that they got in?
Making a quick circuit around the fence, you do see a place where it has been cut. You would have to scrabble down through what is now mud to get in. You emerge on the other side, slightly muddied, slightly scratched, and
Start climbing.
start climbing.
Am I within view of them? Do they definitely see me? Can I tell?
They seem to be focused on what they're doing. You can only look up at them in glances because you're looking straight up into the rain.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get a good bead on them. But they seem to be focusing intensely on whatever it is on the ground in front of them.
Yeah, I think there's a certain point at which I might need to distract them from that by shouting out, but I'd rather do that when I'm closer than when I'm further away. So I think I'll keep checking, and if I see a light or a sound or anything that I can perceive in a quick glance over the rain, I will call out. If not, I'll just keep climbing.
You're climbing and you see their posture shift and they reach into their pocket for something.
Hey!
They freeze, surprised to hear anyone. They look down at you and they start stuffing things back into their pocket, folding up the thing that's on the deck in front of them.
I'm going to scramble quickly. I'm going to try to climb up and say, wait, I want to talk.
They start to climb up higher, up to the next level, climbing higher and higher and higher. They seem to be about as athletic as Aubrey is, but if you want to try and gain on him, I'm going to need some sort of athletics roll.
I would love to try to gain on them.
I'll take either athletics or coordination, and that is going to go against 1 purple, 1 red.
Okay. That is a success and 2 advantages.
So you gain on them. You've sort of covered about half the distance, moving faster than they do. You see that they are about to reach another landing, a sort of higher level of maintenance catwalk. What do you think about as advantages?
In their behavior, in the way that they move, can I tell anything about them? Maybe their age, their temperament or emotional state?
What can you tell from how they climb a ladder?
Or from what I can see through the rain.
For sure. You can tell that they're not old, right? They're moving very well. They're someone who is in the prime of their life, maybe, but that from your vantage could be anywhere from, 18 to mid-50s, where before their joints start to give them any problems. Their emotional state, they seemed to have panicked a bit when you yelled, hey, but they are moving smoothly and calmly now as if they were ready for this. If you want to keep climbing, if you want to try and catch them up before they have a chance to do anything, I'll take another athletics check.
Okay.
Or something else if you think it might be clever.
Okay, so it is technically a complete wash, but with a triumph.
Ooh.
So 2 failures, 2 successes, 2 disadvantages, 2 advantages,
Fantastic.
but one of the successes is a triumph.
So they make it up to this platform ahead of you, right? And at this level, there are guy wires that are attached, and you see them reach out for something that's attached to the wire. And as they reach out, they grab onto it and start to slide it down, and they look like they're getting ready to sort of slide their whole self down with this thing. And they give it a sort of experimental... Yeah, they're trying to zip line down a guy wire, and they give this device of theirs a shake. And the triumph is that as they shake it, something about it seems wrong. Maybe one of the wheels comes off of the track, and they're stuck there until Aubrey is on the platform. And once you are up there on their level, you see what looks to be a man in his early 40s, wearing a sort of waxed cotton raincoat, carrying a backpack. He has white skin. He has just a fringe of gray at his temples and otherwise seems to have dark hair. You see this as there is a blink of the light on and off, warning aircraft from crashing into this tower.
Does he look like anyone we saw in photos from looking at the newspaper?
The newspaper had photos of Desmond, of Anne, of Tyrone, of Kenji, and Sarah. It also had a photo of Laurel. There's a familiar resemblance to Laurel.
Mm-hmm. Carrie, I need to talk to you.
Who are you? How do you know me?
I don't know you, but I'd like to. My name's Aubrey.
How did you find me? Who are you with? Who are you working for? He looks incredibly nervous. Like he is like he was ready to jump onto this wire and zipline down at an extreme angle.
This is an extreme sports fellow. Good for him. I want to kind of move a little bit just so that he doesn't try it with bungled gear. I honestly don't. Aubrey stumbles for a moment because she doesn't really know exactly who she's working for at this point. Mm-hmm. A firefighter showed up and said, "This seems mysterious."
When you said you moved, did you mean you took a step forward or back? I couldn't quite tell.
Just to mean that I sort of to the side to make it so that he doesn't try to escape without me getting another chance to intervene.
So you're sort of between him and the ladder down.
Yeah.
Got it.
So hanging in the air is, who are you? Who do you work for?
I'm independent, but not alone. I was asked to investigate and see if I could understand some of the fires that are happening. And my suspicion was that maybe there was an anger at something that was done, something that was smothered out but couldn't be quenched. And I'm wondering if you might know something about that. Maybe you're the spark yourself?
I know some things about anger, yes. I know some things about systems so rotten that only fire can purge them, yes. And I know some things about forests, and that a fire can set things right.
It sounds like maybe we have a lot in common then. Do you want to tell me more about what you know?
If we have so much in common, then you'll get out of my way and let me get about my work. You can see a tension in his body, like he's about to make a move.
Yeah.
This next, whatever you say next, is going to have a roll attached to it. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need a moment above the table to ponder my options.
Yes.
Feels like I should not help you because you're alone, so I'm not going to do it because it's so much fun.
I think I know what's going on. I just wonder if there's a way to talk him down by making him think I'm on his side. It doesn't seem like it.
I really want to help.
If you want to say, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? It's okay.
It feels like I'm breaking the spirit of the thing.
We can chat player to player if you want.
It's up to you.
We can totally talk about it. Why not? I feel like
she's alone at the top of a tower.
Yeah.
All right. I would say there's something you don't know, and I would gamble.
That's so here's the thing is I was thinking because I do think there's something we don't know, but it is a gamble whether he knows it already.
I would tell him there's something
No, I
he
know.
doesn't know.
But I think that I don't think that's a bluff. But I'm not sure.
Oh.
So in this moment, as the rain falls and the red lights blink, and you are high above Foxglove, the city that has been your home twice in your life.
Can I use my triumph from earlier to perceive anything about his emotional state right now?
The triumph made it so that his modified ascender
sure.
failed.
Okay.
But Aubrey can just tell that this guy thinks he can get past her. Mm-hmm. And can get down and get away. He's a coiled spring at the moment, ready to act.
I think Aubrey so subtly makes her posture just a little bit better, squares up just a little bit to her full height, not enough to be a threat, enough to remind him how quickly she climbed the ladder. And I think I say, she's not even there.
He sort of stutter steps. She's not... Oh, you mean Sarah?
Maybe that's not a surprise to you. You're the one who warned her. What are you trying to get out of this?
I'm going to need some kind of role. I'll take leadership or I'll take charm. Those feel most appropriate. Negotiation also, I think, would work. Doesn't feel like coercion or deception to me.
No, I should try to bully people more. I'm better at that.
What approach do you think Aubrey is taking?
Do leadership.
Leadership? Great. So that is going to go against his discipline. That's going to be 1 purple, 1 red.
I think I'm just trying to distract and talk around it.
Yeah.
Seeing if I can get him off balance just a little bit. Ugh, no. It's a ton of advantages, a wash, but a despair.
Ton of advantages, a wash, but a despair.
Yeah, so it's a whole mess of things.
Okay, so
5 advantages.
5 advantages. Okay, so I'm gonna grab 2 of those advantages and have him say, killing them was never the point. What do you want for your other 3 advantages? I also know what the despair is.
Great. No. It's okay. Would with those other advantages, would he feel so inclined to keep explaining himself? Because clearly I've got him all wrong, and that seems to offend him.
Unfortunately, that would require a success on this roll. So I'll tell you what the despair is, and you can use some of these advantages. So the other advantage that I grabbed is that you see what he does as he pulls back the cotton, the wax cotton jacket, and you see that on his belt he has sort of a bandolier of small vials. He pulls one of them off, downs it, and leaps off the tower.
Fun. Wild.
And as you look over expecting to see him plummeting straight to the earth, you instead see him gliding like a flying squirrel.
Incredible. Okay.
But you still have 3 advantages.
I think I just watch him with delight. Did he drop any of them? Did anything fall out while he was scrambling for it?
That's a fantastic advantage. Yeah, sure.
Does it look like the one he drank, or is it a different one?
That'll be a gamble.
Great.
Turn into a fish.
I mean, my friends are at a bar, so why should I not being at a bar?
Right.
Why should? Well, no. I'm like, I've missed out on doing shots. So. Yeah, let's see.
Amazing. Amazing.
Mystery transformation file.
This is fantastic.
It seems more fun for Helix if I do this, and I don't have a way to chase him otherwise.
No. So what I would love is for you to pick a number of greens and purples that are equal to each other. Roll them against each other. This is just a straight up luck roll, right? Dire peril has not been invoked. Your character's not going to die from this.
Okay.
But it could go very poorly.
Like you could die from it.
Sure.
Yeah, but there's
turn into a fish and fall off a tower.
I saw something absolutely magical happen, and why not?
Yeah, and there's a rule at this table that characters don't die unless I give the warning of dire peril.
They could.
Yeah, which I've done.
Yeah.
And we'll do again.
I'm going to roll 3 of each.
Great.
Great. So it is a failure with advantage.
Fantastic. You drink this vial. It tastes genuinely awful. Right? It tastes like pond scum.
Yeah.
And as you swallow it, you feel yourself start to drip a little bit. And drip
It's hard
a
in
little
the
bit.
rain.
And you turn fully into goop.
Yeah. Do I just drip through the grate?
Drip through the grate and fall unharmed to the earth.
Fantastic.
And just exist as goop in a rainstorm, unable to
Okay.
pull yourself back together for what feels like 5 minutes.
But I'm sentient, but goop.
You're sentient goop.
Yeah.
So that also means that you hit the ground before he did. You can still perceive things. And you see him glide to the ground, hit forward roll in order to sort of diffuse a lot of his momentum. It still looks like it hurt him, but he is able to stand up, limp over to a bicycle that was leaned up against a wall not far away, and ride off to the north.
Okay. I think Aubrey is
Take a guitar pick for Blobbery.
Is at first preoccupied with trying to perceive everything about what has just happened, where he's going, anything that she can remember to tell people later. Mm-hmm. And after that, I think it's a little bit of a carpe diem moment. Like, who knows how long this is going to last? Mm-hmm. Probably not forever, but maybe. So let's just get acquainted with it. I think it's sort of an interesting experience to be weather during weather. Mm. So
I'd love a song.
That's poetry.
I would love a song here.
Yeah.
Whether it's acquainted with the goop or weather during weather or something like that.
All right.
Storm is past, another age is on. What'll last? What'll be gone? Where are my thoughts? Where are my arms? What am I? My harmed or weather? The weather is what I am. I'll weather the weather, see if I can. Oh, weather, the weather is what I am. I'll weather the weather, see if I can. Tell myself, water off the duck's back, but now the water is part of me, rolling through me, down like a landslide down the hill until it's washed out to the sea. What's it taken away from me? Will I still have legs? Who knows? Weather, the weather is what I am. It's what I am. I'll weather the weather, see if I can. Weather, 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 weather.
I imagine Aubrey feeling herself spread out across a patch of grass, dandelions, and other weeds that grow in untended plots like this.
The little sprouts that when you rub them between your fingers smell like pineapple.
And becoming acquainted with their 3D-ness as making a literal impression on her body in a way that is entirely novel.
Yeah, normally you sort of crush them underfoot or you sit on them and they bounce back. But now I'm the one that's bouncing back.
What is Aubrey's last thought? Or what is... sorry. What is Aubrey's reaction when she feels this starting to leave and feels her goop starting to return to human form?
She would be embarrassed to admit this to anyone, but I think a little bit disappointed because that's a state that is entirely present. And doesn't have those sorts of concerns and is entirely magical and other and at peace, and has its domain and knows what it does. Humans don't get that luxury.
You had 3 advantages unspent. We'll say that you can cash those in at the future to establish small details about this person should you encounter him again.
Great.
We can flash forward to the following morning.
I think so.
Getting back together.
Sure.
It was an eventful night.
Above the pavilion, yeah.
The following morning, you meet back up at the office. I imagine Fabio having crashed at Mara's to ensure that she was not left alone, was kept safe throughout the night.
Definitely.
She sheepishly showed him the collection of his books that she has. That's all the collector's editions. And it was a very sweet friendship moment.
Lovely. Is there anything that any of you all would do prior to going into the office to sync back up with each other?
I think Mara went and grabbed coffees for everybody. They're there, but is kind of how we found her at the start. Just ready to get to work and not really expecting too much out of the ordinary.
Fabio sharpened his axe and otherwise did like action hero preparations, just like making sure everything is like
Cool
in
hero
proper
montage.
working order.
Yeah.
Because he knows that like big day ahead after having had to break and enter.
Can I request the song that is Fabio's, and this can be a short song or a long song, Fabio's heroic getting ready montage, big day ahead. Big day ahead, gotta get ready. Just all the stuff you gotta do to get ready for a big day ahead. I don't know.
Ooh. Yeah.
The human mind is like a utility belt. Everything must be in place. Everything has to be prepared, or else you will be displaced. If you have your eyes set on your singular goal, everything else can be. Time will take its toll. You must be ready. You must be ready.
Fabio, it looks like you forgot this little weapon. Wouldn't want it to get into the wrong hands. Wouldn't want to let it get out of your grasp and get the best of you. It looks like an axe. Dang, I didn't know that you had to.
Everything that you will have is there in case something goes wrong.
Be prepared.
You would be surprised what all can happen when adventure calls your name and welcomes you into its song. That's why I keep a stun gun, just in secret case.
I got one of those too.
I've got my heavy jacket,
Cool.
in case the rain could hit my face.
Huh?
I keep a med kit in my backpack,
No
just
way.
in secret message,
That's smart.
in case someone else gets injured. I also keep a torch, just
That's
in case
smart.
I need that too.
You need a light.
And the darkness, you never know when it comes for you. I keep the herbs of healing that I was conjured with, and also thieves' tools and modern king killer for my mom.
You gotta be ready. Ready. You gotta be ready, ready, ready.
You gotta be ready.
I feel like Aubrey has a lot of stuff too, but that's just an inkling. Like if she were here, she'd list off what she has as well.
I've got a utility belt where I keep all my tools.
Utility belt.
I've got a flashlight, cause you know they tell you to bring that at school. I've got a haunted mirror, that's my roommate in my apartment. I don't like to travel with him, that is the wrong department. I got an axe that I don't use, cause it's got some baggage attached. I've also got the baggage, and I carry it on my back. Cause you gotta be ready.
Ready.
Gotta be ready.
You gotta be ready.
Gotta be ready.
Gotta be ready.
Gotta be
getting hairs. I got some armor on with the attractive quality. 'Cause when I beat you in battle, you know you're on your knees. I also have a stun gun, but I think that's pretty obvious. But the most harrowing thing yet is my voice. Carry with me everywhere. Yep.
You better be ready.
Better be ready.
What's coming next?
And don't drop your laptop. I was ready.
That was amazing.
That was so. My life flashed before my eyes.
For those of you who couldn't
Right.
see,
So we were all during that song, believe it or not, reading our character sheets and listing our inventory. And Lorna's doing that from her laptop.
Yep, and it's a little warm, and I have a nice slick case on my laptop. And as I moved my body to grab it, opposite thing happened, and it almost fell. But I caught it because you know why? I was ready.
in midair as it hurtled to the ground, it was already well accelerating on its way down while you caught it.
It was in slow motion.
Maybe 2 feet above the ground while it was caught.
But it's fine. I got it.
And like a pro, like a whole team of pros, I don't think the audience is gonna know at what exact moment in the song that happened.
Oh yeah. Viewers, send in your
Guesses, your timestamp.
Thank you, viewers.
Viewers. Viewers
I
is
need
great.
to keep that bit. I think I've said viewers like 5 times.
Yeah.
now.
I will sing a private song to the person who has the closest timestamp.
Alpha will serenade you.
Yeah.
We put Phil on Cameo. He just doesn't know it yet.
I really will.
Having learned the name of their quarry, our performing Poirots prepare for a harrowing day. What dangers will they face? Find out next time on RPG Major. Fabio is played by special guest Phil Geurin. Learn improv from Phil in the comfort of your own home by searching for Improv from Zero on Udemy, or find his book, The Very Practical Improv Survival Guide, on Kindle. Mara Vertere is played by Lauren Drake, who performs with musical improv team We Have Some Notes and in scripted theater around Seattle. Find her on socials at La La Drake. Aubrey Stump is played by Camilla Franklin. Camilla also creates all the art and visual design for the show. Find her on Instagram at Camillastrator. All music for this arc of RPG Major was created live in the room by our incredible accompanist, Noah Samuels. Find him on Instagram at Samuels_Noah. And I'm Helix. I perform with musical improv team We Have Some Notes and Jet City Improv. If you want to chat, you can find me and the rest of the cast in our Discord, and find the show on social media at RPG Major. And if you would do us a huge favor, tell somebody else about this show. It helps us a ton. All right, we'll see you next time.
I have a silly, silly idea.
Perfect.
All right.
Let's roll with it.
Oh, I got a girl. She's a special gal. She's sweet and Scottish. She loves water. She's a great pal.
Aye.
And you know the truth in my heart, just how much I want her. Oh yeah, you know my sweetheart is Loch Ness Monster, my cryptid, my heart. May we never be apart. My cryptid, my heart.
My cryptid, my heart.
May we never be apart. Any of you thinking of a special someone?
Oh, yeah, I got one.
Oh, do tell.
Way back when, a long, long time ago, I was driving my police route out near Loveland, Ohio. It was real late at night and darkness had fallen. And I saw scampering across the road a frogman about 4 feet tall. And I said, my crypt in my heart,
may we never be apart.
My crypt in my heart,
May we never be apart.
I was hiking out in the Pacific Northwest woods, and I saw something made my heart skip like a game of hopscotch. She was hairy, she was tall, she's beautiful. Oh, that's the first time I encountered a Sasquatch. My crypt in my heart. May we never part. My crypt in my heart. May we never part. I'm gonna prove myself to you, but you never had to prove yourself since the start. 'Cause you'll always be my cryptid and my heart.
And you may be so shy, we may have never met for real, but I've always still believed in you. And I know how I feel, my crypt in my heart. May we never part, my crypt in my heart. May we never part, my crypt in my heart.
That rocks. Love it.
That was great.
Sorry, Mothman. There's someone out there for you.
Someone give me a location.
Right. Safeway.
George, I'm gonna need you to stay late and stock some shelves.
But Daniel, I was gonna propose to my boyfriend tonight.
Whoa. Go home, George.
It's car wash.
Let's get in the car so that it can go through the car wash without us getting injured. Sounds smart.
Oh no, I left the moon roof down.
And that's where our fingers have been.